Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make homemade flaxseed gel for natural hair. Start with some water, and I filled it up 2 cups, and I poured the 2 cups of water into the pot as it starts to boil. And then here are my flax seeds, and I got these organic flax seeds from Kroger, and I'm just going to use 1 cup of those and then get ready to mix it with my 2 cups of water. These flax seeds have a really smooth texture, so I'm guessing that's why they have a gel-like residue once you boil them, but they're really smooth. And I'm just going to pour them in with my 2 cups of water and then start to mix them. But I'm setting my oven or my stove between 6 and 7, and then just mix the flax seeds with the water. Now that they have been boiling for a while, I'm just going to go back and stir them and check the texture to see if it is getting thick enough to my liking. I guess you can let it get as thick as you like. I didn't want it to get that thick. I wanted it to have some type of slip, so it's where I want it to be now. So I'm just going to stir it and let it cool for a little bit, and then get ready to transfer it into my glass jar. So this is my glass jar. It's a mason jar for preserves, and I think I got a pack of 4 of these from either Walmart or Dollar General, and they were only like $2 or less than that. But I'm just using a strainer and pouring my flax seeds and the gel all into the strainer so that the gel can strain into the glass mason jar. And it was a very messy process, which you will see. As you can see, I am making a mess and trying to get the very sticky and slimy, gooey gel all into the jar, but it is a task. So I ended up having to lay out a towel, and as you can see here, the gel has spilled over. So I had to lay out a towel and try a different process. So yeah, the gel was very sticky, so it was really hard to get it off of my hands. So I'm just trying to get the gel off of my hands, and I'm wiping it on the towel, trying to get it into the jar so I can get the rest of it into the jar. Now I'm just taking the rest of the flax seeds and pouring it all into the strainer to try to see if I can get all of the gel from the flax seeds into my mason jar. And I'm just scraping all of that gel out of the pot into the strainer. And here I'm really just trying to get that gel to strain through, but I realized that the holes in the strainer were not working as well as I would have liked them to. So I'm going to switch over and use a stocking, and that seemed to work a lot better than the strainer. So I just put the stocking over the mason jar and poured the flax seeds from the strainer into the stocking. As I'm pouring them in, the flax seeds started to spill over just a little bit, so I'm going to just go ahead and pull up the stocking and then pour the remainder of the seeds into the stocking and let them drain into the mason jar. And I'm just going to get the rest of those flax seeds out of the strainer. And now, since the seeds are still hot, I'm going to take my tongs and squeeze the remaining gel out with that. This was a very tedious process. the seeds have cooled off just a little bit, enough for me to touch them with my hand, I started using my hand to try and get any excess gel. I wanted to get all the gel that I could out of those flax seeds. So I just started using my hand to squeeze the rest of the gel out into the mason jar. And that is it, and I've got all the gel that I could get out, and I'm going to put the top back on my jar and set it in the fridge. Off camera, I actually added in my favorite oils to mix in with the gel, but that's the process, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments.